Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Wacky Wednesdays!
Wacky Wednesdays!
Welcome to Wacky Wednesdays. I'm Christy Richardson, the Children's Director at Northside Church. Let's have some fun.
It's a noisy girl life.
All right, everybody, this is Noisy. She's waiting to play. She loves our little thing. She even knows the sound when I get it. Here's your light. Come on, girl, let's go play. Oh, she knows it's coming. Oh, she's ready to play. So we throw down a pillow. Noisy. Here's your light. Oh my goodness. It entertains me so much. We always try to make it where the light lands on something she can get, but it just entertains me so much. See, because she can get that mouse. Go get it, Noisy. Go get it. Tear it up. We do this forever. Again, it makes me happy. She'll even jump up the wall. Let's see if she'll go do it. Go get it, girl. Go get it. There she goes. Watch her. Oh.
It's a noisy girl life.
Happy April Fool's Day! Even though she's just a cat, that was as close as we could get to pulling a prank on Noisy Girl. I hope you liked it. Speaking of April Fool's Day and speaking of pranks, I've got a great wacky story to tell you. When the boys were young, I tried to do April Fool's Day jokes on them. Some of them went well, and some of them did not go so well. This was the year that it didn't go well, and I think this was the last April Fool's Day joke I tried to play on the boys. So here's what happened. Most of y'all know I have 3 sons. They were all little. I guess Colin was maybe 4. Maybe they were 4, 7, and what would that make Jack? 10. They were little. And I had seen, and I don't want you to try this at home, kids. Parents, please don't get mad at me. But I had seen where people would put saran wrap on the toilet. You lift up the toilet lid and you wrap saran wrap on the toilet, and saran wrap is clear, so you don't necessarily know it's there. That's the idea. So when the boys wake up in the morning all sleepy-eyed and don't know what's going on and try to go to the bathroom, they find a little surprise when the saran wrap's there. Well, unfortunately, I didn't wrap it very well. I'm not the best at that. And Jack and Cam both figured it out. Poor Colin did not, and he actually woke up with an upset stomach, and yes,
So bad.
it is bad, and got sick to his stomach, and got sick, and vomited into the toilet, right on the saran wrap. So here was all this stuff bouncing on the saran wrap. It was horrible. I had to clean it up. Totally backfired. Hear my April Fool's Day joke where I was trying to reach out with love and compassion to my boys. Reaching out. Totally backfired, and I ended up having to clean
Bunch
up.
of puke in his face. That was fantastic.
It was horrible, and I felt so bad, and I apologized to Colin a million times. Backfired April Fool's Day joke. Don't try it at home. That's my wacky story.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wacky Staffy, taking us back, making us laugh. Wacky Staffy, making us laugh. It's a wacky staff. It's a wacky staff. Woo!
Well, hello. I have a wacky story to tell. Are you ready? I hope you are. Well, my name is Jaco, and this is the story. Well, when I was 6 years old, while I was playing outside, can you imagine little Jaco? So I was playing, and then it's like suddenly I saw a dead bird. But I was 6 years old, so it's like, oh no! So I ran, come here, little bird. So what I did is like, I was calm, and I gave him CPR. Yes, you read it right. You heard it right. CPR. So I put my mouth into his little beak. I was, hang it there, hang it there.
Kids, don't do this.
So it's like, oh no. So I grabbed the bird. So I ran into my house, and I yelled, Mom, where are you? And she's like, I'm here. So I went, and she was in the bathroom, so I knocked. Mom! And she's like, wait. but obviously it couldn't wait. So what I did is like I opened the door. She was in the party, so I just dropped the. Yeah, it was crazy. So I just dropped the dead bird on the floor because probably she could help. So I just shut the door. Oh my gosh, she yelled. Well, it was the loudest yell I ever heard in my whole life. So after that, my mother, like she spanked me a few times, and this is the story. Never gave a CPR to a dead animal. This is my wacky story. Bye.
Wow, that was quite a wacky story.
That was really
love
wacky.
it.
And gross.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't on April Fool's Day, but that was definitely a prank on his mom.
Yeah, I'm sure she wasn't expecting that during her bathroom time.
I'm sure my boys weren't expecting what they got during their bathroom time. Sorry.
Sorry, and to all the moms out there, we understand. We get it.
So great jokes that I played on my boys that Yako, it wasn't really a joke, but trying to save the bird. Yes. But that brings up the Bible and jokes. Does God have a sense of humor? Is there any kind of joking in the Bible?
I look around for stuff like that, and other people have had those kind of questions, and well, I do think that you can look at some of the things he's created.
Platypus.
Definitely
a joke.
Definitely an eyebrow raiser for that.
Sloths. They're my favorite.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I am actually wondering about the whole spider thing too, and I don't know. But I'm sure, anyway, people who love spiders are like, what? Anyway.
God has a sense of humor.
He does. I think he does. And we're going to tell you a story where I think the person involved thought maybe God was pulling a prank on them.
Okay.
But we'll see. You ready? Do you know who it is?
I think I do.
It is
Sarah.
Bible story. Yeah.
So, Sarah had been wanting to have a child for a long time.
Yes.
And we can understand this feeling of hers. And by the time we see her in the story, she has lived a long time without having a child. In fact, this story finds her in her 90s.
Wow, that is old.
Yes. And so I think she probably just thought, well, this isn't, going to be part of my
plan,
life
God's
story,
plan for
God's
me.
plan for me, and that's how it is. And then they had a visitor. Visitor looked like a regular man.
Okay. It wasn't a regular man, though?
He wasn't. He was an angel. Cool. Yes, she did not know that. And she happened to overhear the angel, talking to Abraham, her husband.
And what did the angel tell Abraham?
You and your wife are going to have a child.
So she thought it was a joke?
I think she did. Okay, let me give you folks a picture here. Okay, this person expecting Sarah to have a child would be kind of like Betty White having a child right now.
Do you all know who Betty White is?
Yes, this is Betty White. Betty White is sweet. We love Betty White.
We love Betty White. She's hysterical.
She's hysterical. She's in all kinds of TV shows. But if God told her today she was going to have a baby, I think she might react like this.
Help. Don't make fun of an old lady.
Totally fair, right? I think Sarah probably felt all those ranges of emotion. She laughed. She was worried. And then maybe she was a little bit mad when other people thought, what? Sarah felt all those things. The beautiful thing about this wacky story is it's absolutely true. And she did have a beautiful baby boy. And they named him Isaac. In fact, Isaac means laughter, I believe. He laughs.
Yes, which is cool.
So, yes,
all of you named Isaac.
We love it. It's great. It's a great story. It was another way that Abraham and Sarah just were, again, reminded of God's love for them, his plan for them. And even though his plan may not make sense in our tiny human brain, it makes sense to God, and it will be known through history as a wonderful thing. And it was. And generations upon generations upon generations came from this wonderful marriage and also this child, Isaac. So maybe it wasn't a prank by God. Maybe it wasn't April Fool's, but it certainly was wacky and wonderful.
A great wacky story for you guys this week. So that's it for now. Y'all have a great rest of the week. We'll see you soon.
And if you go west as well. That's
Bye.
right. See ya.